I mean from the standpoint, hey, you and I worked with Steve in WCW when he was stunning Steve Austin, when he was Pillman's tag team partner. And I always knew Steve could be way bigger than he was given the opportunity to be in WCW.
Absolutely.
But when he went to New York and just was himself and just, just burnished what he already was, to see it play out, that was the amazing part. I never doubted it, but it took a while for us to get a chance to see it, for him to get a chance to do it.
Exactly. But that's, you know, the thing that makes Steve so great and what he never quit. He never quit. I actually believe like he's like so much like Charlotte. They get up every day, want to be better. And Steve is, dealt with the trials and tribulations, and he worked those long 70, 80-day road tours. I mean, Steve paid the price to be great.
Now, Steve, and you touched on this earlier, Rick, Steve revolutionized the merchandising business in wrestling. He took it to a whole different level, didn't he?
Absolutely. Without a doubt.
And he designed a lot of his own T-shirts.
I did not know that, but I can believe it.
Yeah, I mean, he got a bigger cut.
John Cena designed all his.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that leads to a bigger cut to some degree. It gets me to thinking, H, what if back, like in the Crockett days, they would have merchandised you the same way? Imagine how big that would have been.
I know I wouldn't be on this show with you right now. I'd be on a yacht.
Okay, for one thing, you're on a boat half the time anyway,
Not a yacht, though.
and you could never resist doing this show. Come on. But now Steve was a child of the Attitude Era. Would Steve still have been as big a star without the Attitude Era, and would the Attitude Era have been as big without Steve?
The Attitude Era would not have been nearly as big without Steve. And Steve would have been a big star without the Attitude Era. I don't even have to think twice about that.
See, I feel like Steve was the Attitude Era. I think that phrase has been used to encompass a lot that happened, but I think he was pretty close to the be-all, end-all, him and his feud with Vince.
Absolutely. I mean, it just, nobody saw it coming. It was absolutely phenomenal.
Do you remember when he came with you on Flair for the Gold, your talk show?
Yeah.
Him and Pillman. I thought that's one of the great TV segments of that era ever. What do you remember about that?
Oh, it's great. They were basically telling me and Aaron we were done, which behind the scenes, Bischoff was trying to make happen.
Yeah, I watched that back on YouTube the other day. I remember when Austin said, "Rick, I love you. You're done with the place. You got that big old stuffed bear in the corner." And Pillman goes, "Careful, Steve. That's double A."
Yeah. Well, hey, great times, great places, great memories.
Now, if you can bring Steve back for Mania, you should. You got to. That's a no-brainer. But does that in any way diminish any of your current talent? If you feel like you always got to bring back the old guys
Well,
for big events?
but this is not the situation at all. WrestleMania will sell out with or without Steve Austin being there.
Right, right.
But if they want, what they're trying to do now is blow a number on Peacock that'll be heard around the world by Brad and Steve.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's absolutely. I mean, Steve will be down there. He's going to break the glass. He's going to walk out there. I mean, that the sound effect, and whether he's cutting a promo or wrestling, it's going to be huge. Everything Steve Austin does with the company is huge.